So since you want to see new equipment, there's a change. We're gonna have a red equipment on top of raw orange. So as you can see, helmets and weapons will be capped at orange this season. Who knows, maybe it will change next season. Same as positive and negative runes. However, if we look at the equipment here, the chests will have another tier and the gloves will have another tier as well, right? So that's huge. That's huge. And we know gloves and chests were the ones that were outstanding. So first, let's go about the new stuff. Obviously, I'm not gonna go over the orange things. We want to see the reds. So let's see. I think they're like split, so gloves will be different. Yeah, as we can see, chests. What do we have here in chests? In chests, we have like these 5 sets. Okay, so nothing offensive on the chest. And we can see here, I don't care about the stats, we only care about the set bonuses, and what we can see here is One Piece effect. That's amazing, and do you know why? Because when you build your heroes, usually you build them with 3 set bonus and 1 piece offset either glove or chest, because those are the most important, they have the most important stats, and you're looking for perfect stats there, and you don't really care about the set. So this is amazing change. We'll have this 1 piece set plus a 3 piece set, right? So we can choose any 3 piece set like our... They got changed too, so don't worry about that. So 3 piece bonus, but we can also go for 2 piece bonus here and 2 single piece bonuses here, for example, right? So we can choose that and we can choose an offensive glove and enjoy 2 piece bonus plus 1+1. Right, let's just confirm that quickly with any equipment, if we can do that. So yeah, as you can see, we got 2 single pieces. And now let's put on anything, really. We don't care what they do. Bang! So we're enjoying we're enjoying 3 different set bonuses. We can obviously change it and go 3-1. That's fine. It gives us another tier of gearing and equipment. And I mean, customization, really, right? We can change things. Can I just like quickly remove those items? No, I can't. So sorry, guys, I need to do this. So let's go over the red equipment first before we go over the new sets. So let's look here. So many new sets. Monali's Blessing seems familiar. Called Moonlight Mantle. The 1 piece effect. There's a 50% chance for the wearer to grant 50% increased healing in shield effects. Really good. Let's see if we can upgrade them to level 20 or more. Yes, level 20. However, is it really? I was expecting them to have higher stats. Obviously, I have like perfect stats here. But yeah, look at this. 50% increased healing and shield. So imagine Garius with his staff, 50% increased. Well, you have 50% chance to do that, but let's say it procced 50% increased healing. Then the shield will already have a 50% increased healing because that overheal will count, but you also increase the 50% shield effect on it. Shield is becoming godlike, and I'll test it in the dungeons later on. Yeah, so put it in the bucket list, guys, and remind me to test it. This will make Garius. Woo! So that's it, and as you can see, this is the chest. Let's move into the impregnable. So sounds like defensive. And we can see that 1 piece effect. When the wearer gains a buff, there is a 50% chance for the buff to be undispellable. Interesting. Looks like PvP oriented. We don't really have bosses dispelling the buffs. But yeah, looks like it. Looks like PvP oriented. Like Rally or something, maybe that's for those guys. Or maybe something new we haven't really saw anything else. And when it comes to damage types, now obviously we have like offensive, defensive, and utility. Iron Bastion. The wearer is immune to stun when being inflicted with one, but every second of stun reduces the wearer's ultimate energy by 6%. Okay, so we are 5 seconds. Usually it's 5 seconds, right? 5 seconds stun. This will reduce our ultimate energy by 30%. So if you can sacrifice that ultimate energy, then it's good. It's really good. You will never get stunned, but it is more PvP oriented item, okay? So you are unleashing the power by you're sacrificing your ultimate energy. So, you know, even for Ice Blast heroes, they don't really care about ultimate energy. Most of the damage is coming from the battle skill, and this will prevent them from being stunned. I mean, nice. But obviously there will be more other options. I don't play PvP, so I can't really tell you, but it will be good with Assassin as well. Yeah. Echoes of the Ancestor Spirit. The wearer dispels 1 debuff from themselves when they cast their ultimate skill. Oh, okay. That's something I'll need to test. Does it work before the damage is applied? So, for example, if we're playing against a boss that has attack penalty on us, like the Mecha Turkey, and we want to cast our ultimate after, we will dispel this. We don't need a dispeller in the team if we have this on. But there might be better offensive options, right? So if you use that, you can counter attack penalty on your team, which is quite cool. Ideally. Let's go over the Fish in Troubled Waters, which is a cloak. The wearer has an additional 50% chance of dispelling 1 buff from the target when inflicting debuffs. This is amazing. So remember, there are bosses that require you to dispel a buff on them, like Grave of Curse. Now you don't need to have a specific hero to do that. You can use this and try. I mean, it's 50% chance, it's not guaranteed, but it's something cool. It's an option, especially if you get like a short battle skill or stuff. Or if you're using like AoE stuff, okay, like Witches Remain, right? So you use Witches Remain with this artifact, with this item. You have 50% chance of dispelling 1 buff on enemies in PvP, for example, when inflicting debuffs. So if you're playing with Voresh, he's dealing the whole field AoE damage 3 times. So, you know, 50% chance 3 times to dispel 1 debuff. He already does like buff prohibition and stuff. So, you know, that's quite cool, especially against those teams that have immortality. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to follow the chat, but it's really hard trying to read through these skills and understand them. Okay, so these are the other sets, which we'll go over after we go over the red equipment. So let's move to the gloves, which again have a unique and more offense-oriented stats. So there we go. The set Strike the Unprepared. The wearer deals 35% increased damage to enemies with defense penalty. This is amazing. Witches Remain crown value has just went through the roof. Not only the defense penalty we apply already increases the damage done, this will increase it furthermore, and obviously gloves. So we're looking for one of those 2 stats. And look at this. That's going to be huge. This will be a mandatory glove for our damage dealers. But that's not all. There's 4 more. Well, 5 more. Let's see. One Piece effect. The wearer enjoys 35% increased ultimate up and damage bonus effects, but has 50% decreased recharging speed. That's interesting, and I think there is a little bit of localization issue here. So what does it mean enjoys 35% increased ultimate up? Does his ultimate regenerate faster, but he also suffers a 50% recharging speed penalty? Or maybe he enjoys 35% increased ultimate up when he casts an ultimate and damage bonus effects. We need to test that. This has to be tested and see how it looks. So let's go over the next death record. One piece effect. When any hero dies in the Grand Gladiator Arena, PvP oriented, the wearer can obtain 50% of their attack. The upper limit of additional attack obtained is 300 of the wearer's attack. This is a huge counter to any immortality team. Imagine if enemy Mithracy is resurrecting enemies, and you have this on Sigrid. Every time she resurrects and they die again, you can get up to 300% increase of the wearer's attack. This will stack quite a lot. Unless it doesn't stack. There's nothing about the stacks. But yeah, I would assume it does. Okay, so that's quite cool. Death record. Magic Crystal Refinement. Okay, when the wearer obtains 50 attack additionally for every one skill haste they possess. Oh, wow. So, let's say you have someone like Corrin who has to be built with haste. This will boost his attack as well. This will, so basically the haste, they're a better option for damage dealers, right? But they're like Adolphus. So I haven't seen a better glow for Adolphus, who does a little bit of damage. But I mean, yeah, ideally 50 attack for one haste. You can get like 60 haste times 15. So it's a little bit of attack, especially on those heroes who have like attack enlightenment type of scaling maybe. So yeah, for Voresh, even for Voresh, he's built with haste as well. So this will definitely find uses on those heroes who are not gonna wear this. And then let's move forward to the Mark of Austerity, or Austerity, sorry. 20% of the damage dealt by the wearer will be converted to healing when their HP is below 50%. AoE damage can only trigger 30% of this effect. Okay. Self-healing. Maybe in certain areas, maybe this will allow for players to skip double healers, but ideally I think it's more PvP oriented. But yeah, Questas item now. If you think about assassins, this will be good on the assassins, but do you go for this? Or do you go for that? Tough choice. Tough choice. And yeah, I mean, Dauntless, why not? Okay, so that covers all the red equipment. Let's move to the blue, well, to the yellow one. Let's go with the offensive ones first. Rhapsodist Gloves gives us attack and attack speed. The wearer basic attack ignores 20% of the target's defense. Wow. This is huge for Dauntless set. Yep, but we think Dauntless because we didn't try Shadow and Aura yet. Right? Keep that in mind. We haven't tried that yet. That's why I wanted to do heroes first, but you guys wanted equipment. Unclean Descendant Gloves, which is Unclean Bloodline. Attack and Enlightenment, okay. Increases the relative damage dealt by the wearer by 20%. That's good. That's good. Okay, I think I prefer that than the relative damage ignoring 20% of the defense. That's why I'm saying similar. The previous set with ignoring defense was not that good. We don't know the defense the bosses have. We don't know that. We don't know how much defense they got. They might have like 10 defense and 20% of that is terrible. But obviously they have higher values. That was just me, giving you a value. Now, Aerial Battle Roar. So that's our Inventor set. Attack and crit. The wearer gains additional 4 attack for every 1 crit damage they have. This is huge. Okay, I wanted to highlight that previously. We had a sneak peek when I was adding equipment. This is huge. So usually the heroes I run have around 80-90% crit rate plus 250 crit damage. That's 1,000 attack increase here. And if you build accuracy as well on the rune and this artifact, you will have around 200 something accuracy. That will give you like 1.6k. This artifact is just amazing. So that is huge. And I like it, a scaling of another stat. I like that idea, but it will mean these heroes here will do tremendous damage this season. The damage we will do this season will be huge. And that's only offensive things. I'm curious about the defensive ones. So attack and skill haste for our Emperor Might. So we've seen that set, okay? So I'm gonna skip it. I'll just read through because maybe they changed something. When the wearer deals damage to an enemy with lower attack, the current damage will be increased based on the difference value of the attack, up to 200. Sorry, when it reaches 200, up to 50, okay? So yeah, we saw that. Let's go over the defensive ones. Yeah, obviously I was just giving an idea, Sylvie, but yeah, we want crit damage or crit rate artifact as well, just to boost it. But that artifact is also good. I wanted to show that in during that because obviously people join me later. Tundra's Tenacity. Skill haste and HP reduces damage taken by the wearer by 25% when that damage does not crit. This is bosses. I don't think bosses can do damage. I don't think bosses can crit. So this is a 25% damage reduction on the bosses. It's really good. As well as, you know, non-crit, like against poison team, when they can't crit really. That makes sense. Now, Ancestral Protection is back. Resistance and HP. The wearer takes 50% of the damage that otherwise would be taken by allies, while gaining 50% damage reduction. So we still need that, okay? We still want that on our main tank. So yeah. Give me 1 second. So yeah, Ancestral set still needed on that tank to reduce the damage taken. Now, utility, Puppeteer Gloves, accuracy and skill haste, okay. Allies around the wearer gain a defense up equal to 15% of the wearer's defense. Okay, so last season we have something based on HP of the wearer. This time we have defense. And the first time these allies HP drops below 50%, they receive 20% HP healing. Okay, first time, which means it only happens once during the fight. But that defense up is amazing. So basically all your squishes will be boosted by your support defense. So instead of building HP like last season, we were building this. And we're gonna build defense on them. And as you said, this will work wonders with Garius and Ardareth. One of them will have the defensive set, Ancestral Protection. The other will have this. And they have so much defense. Whew, wild. Fire and Radiance might be good this season. Might be good. Monali's Blessing. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. So this set is based around HP. After casting an ultimate skill, the wearer heals the ally with the current lowest percent of HP by max HP. Okay, so last season we were building this set with HP. This season, I believe, we will be building this depending on the placement of our team, okay? Because if you have to spread your team around, this will not be that good. We obviously need to see what is the range of it. But yeah, two very good options and no stun set. So Feymander is going to be interesting. But yeah, this covers the equipment, guys, and I think it is amazing. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section. I mean, this is huge. I mean, the red equipment is huge, and I like it. This is something new. This is something refreshing. This will help us build our heroes differently depending on the content. and we've been using free set bonuses plus 1 random previously. This will not change the approach, but this will give us more benefit. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye!